Welcome to the 1111 portal. We are going to discuss what the importance of it actually is, how you can use it to help amplify your manifestations, and at the end, I'm going to walk you through a guided meditation as well as affirmations that you can use anytime. And let's actually start off with that. So why would you be able to use the manifestation anytime? As I'm recording this video, it is November 11th in the 11th hour Pacific Standard Time. So what if you're watching this after this time or after this date? Can you still get the benefits? The answer is absolutely yes. Why is that? Well, the truth is, when it comes to energy, there really is no time and space. So think about it like this. Do you have a really strong memory from maybe childhood that's really imprinted in your mind? Maybe it's a good memory or a bad memory. Doesn't matter what stirs up in you, but just imagine for a moment being back at that time and place. Guaranteed, if you really let your thoughts go into that moment, you're going to start feeling the similar emotions. Your body's actually going to start responding to that. Another thing to think about too is there's a lot of talk right now about core wounds and being triggered. And so when present moment things happen, whether it's in relationships or situations, what happens is from a past experience, a core wound that started to shape our how we identify with ourselves actually starts to roll into what we're creating in our future. And sometimes we see that as an adult or situations that show up. So I think that makes sense how I'm describing it. And what that's really based off of is a past moment, but it's shaping your current reality and future reality. So since you are watching this video, why not use something that is positive and supportive for you to help you amplify those things you actually want? So you do have this power, you do have say in what you want in your space and what you want to create for yourself. And it's funny because I grew up in a very smart-ass family. I am a smart-ass myself. And I remember I used to be one of those people who was super negative about what actually showed up in my world. I actually had the expectation that the rug was always pulled out from underneath me. I had the expectation that the other shoe always drops and it all falls apart. And I actually started to, in a way to like preserve just my own sanity at the time, I didn't want to get my hopes up about anything or anyone or outcomes just because I just had this assumption that it's going to fall apart somehow. It's not going to work. And guess what kept showing up? None of it worked out. It fell apart. The rug got pulled out from underneath me. I had zero faith in myself, other people, God, source, universe, the creator of all that is, all of it. And I did that for years. And I complained. I made smart-ass comments to people who had things, worked out for them. And I actually felt a little triggered myself in some way, shape, or form, and just kind of gave excuses on why things worked out for them. For example, they, grew up in a better family life than I did. Their parents, supported them in different ways that my parents did and set them up for, or their parents just gave them everything they needed, so they never had to work or ask for things themselves. I kind of sometimes gave it a badge of honor that I worked so hard, so therefore, when I finally would get something, I would actually deserve it. And people who didn't work as hard as me actually didn't deserve what they had. But that didn't really end up serving me in any way. Nobody wins in that situation. All I did was keep those beliefs strong in my present and future reality. And what happened was nothing ever worked out. And finally, thank goodness, I started to, and it was probably out of stubbornness and spite, to be honest with you. I was probably trying to prove someone wrong that this doesn't work. And so if you're one of those people, I really hope you take this route. Try to really let yourself embody what I'll share in this video just to prove me wrong, because guaranteed we'll all win because you will see the differences in your life. So thank goodness I started to try on, or even try the intention of believing something different, letting myself open and expand to a different outcome and possibility. And I've worked on that for several years now, and I can honestly say my life has taken miracle directions. Things that I never thought would manifest as fast as they would are. I'm at a place now that I'm checking off all of these things that I wanted to create for myself. And some of them are small and some of them are bigger. I'm at a place now, I left working for another company and I have my own business. I get to teach people stuff that I actually feel passionate about, and I get to see them create miracles and success in their everyday life. And that honestly gives me so much gratitude, and I feel like I'm on purpose and alignment for the life that I just want to be a part of. And so if that is something that you're wanting for yourself, and I hope that you are creating that already, I hope this video just amplifies that even more. But if you're one of those people like I was that started out just super sarcastic and not believing that all of this woo-woo shit was for real, I hope that out of spite you try to prove me wrong and you win too. So those are my intentions for this video, and I really hope you find a lot of use out of it. So 1111 portal is, when you look at the numbers, it's the two ones on either side, right? What does that actually represent? Well, there is a superstition. If you ever see 1111 on your clock, there's, people that say, oh, it's 1111, make a wish, and maybe you're just like, you go along with it and you do it or you don't. 1111 is one of those times where it's almost like, I think of it as a direct line to the creator, to source, to universe. Think of 1111 as almost like, the pillars next to you, and it's like a beeline straight up to what you want. So you might as well state a clear intention today when you're watching this video. Think of something that you really want to create for yourself, or maybe just see manifest in the world around. You don't have to limit yourself to just only about you. I will say we have the most power and say in ourself first, our space first, but as we collectively do that as a whole, many times the goals and wishes that we have for our individual selves actually are a collective desire as well. So while you're watching this video, write down something that you want to create for yourself. What would you like to have different? What would you like to bring in more of? What is that thing for you? Write it down. And there's different beliefs as far as like how many times to write it and where to put it and how to think about it. I'll let you go down the rabbit hole on that, or just check in for yourself to see what you want to do in that situation, but at least write it down once. There's something about putting your thoughts down. Your subconscious actually registers your awareness and beliefs. It kind of keeps track of pictures, symbols, colors. Okay, so your subconscious is very visual. Your body and your emotions, however, your cells have their own memory capacity as well. And so your brain and the rest of the cells in your body remember feelings. And feelings are connected to different hormones that are released in your body. And it's also connected to associations within your brain as far as what emotions get stirred up with those subconscious pictures. And then, you have the whole chemistry going on in your body all over again. And so when you focus on or get clear on something you want to create, for a moment, let yourself be in that moment as if it's already happened. So for example, I did this when I wanted to run my first half marathon. At the time, running 3 miles, actually running a mile, was really tough. I'm a small built person, but I am not a cardio person. I have never been good at cardio, and it was actually something I was trying to do to help me shift how my thoughts operated, because I noticed myself so much in complain mode, and at the time I wasn't finishing anything I started. I was in full-on complaint mode, and I basically wasn't reaching any outcome that I wanted to. And so I was working with a coach at the time who had a belief that endurance sports, like where you have to train your mind to go, is also what you have to do to be successful. For that particular thing, it was in your business, but let's use this for the manifestation. So when you let yourself really envision or imagine the outcome that you want to see in your future. So let's say you envision, I'm going to use my half marathon. You use what you're writing down. And let yourself be in the moment where you recognize that you have completed your goal, or you've completed this intention. And bring in as many senses as you can. Who's around you? What do you feel? What are you saying to yourself? What are you saying to other people? What are they saying back to you? What do you hear? What do you smell? What are you wearing? How does the temperature feel? Are you inside or outside? Where are you at? Like, bring in as much detail if you can imagine yourself in that end moment. So if I were to use the half marathon example, when I first started training, it was really tough. I had this vision of me crossing the finish line and feeling so proud and excited that I actually did it. And, I remember just letting myself envision, like, being thankful of all of the hard work I put in to get to this point. I remember thinking how proud I was to know that I could do something that I didn't believe that I could in the past. So there's a lot of things that you can bring up when you are connecting to the vision that you want. So if you want to pause this video to let yourself just really run wild in that imagination, I highly encourage you to do that. But let's keep moving on. So once you write down what your goal is, or what you want to manifest in this 1111 portal, the amplification, why is it important to be on 1111? Well, it's only important because it's your intention. There is something to be said about numerology, and, there's videos as far as the 1111 also ends up to a 4. 4, I kind of think of, it's almost like your foundations, right? When you think of like a table or a chair, it's what keeps it upright. It's what keeps it supportive and sturdy, and that's what helps it, really hold its whole potential and purpose. So there's elements of 4 in there. There's elements of the 1, right? So 1 being the creator of all that is, the oneness of it all. 1 is also like the first to do something, winning at number 1. I mean, there's a lot of references. Think about what references you connect to when you think of the number 1. It holds all of that. So 1111 already just holds numerically a lot of potential. So, since there's no time and space, and you're watching this video as I'm recording it on November 11th in the 11th hour, you are amplifying the energy because you're tapping into this time and space reality in whatever time and space you're in. Just like you do with past memories, okay? It's exactly the same thing. There's no time and space when it comes to energy. When you actually let yourself play with that notion, understand that notion, wrap your brain around that notion, and even embody that, I guarantee you what you are wanting to manifest will show up exactly like that. Your intention and your imagination are the strongest things that help you create what you want to create in your reality. Okay, so I'll say that again. Your intention and your imagination are your superpowers that's going to help you create what you want to manifest in this now moment and the future moments to come. So there is a lot more weight that our imagination and our intention carries. When I have new students that come to my certified clairvoyant program where they learn how to read and understand energy as well as strengthen their intuition, if they can't imagine doing the actual guided meditation, and I'm going to say this for you too, if you've never done a guided meditation, when you listen to the one that I'm going to do towards the end of this video, just having your intention to let your thoughts follow what the words are saying, the words I'm going to be saying for you, if you just have the intention that those words are enough and your energy is doing what you are intending for it to do, it will do it. Okay, so even if you can't imagine it happening yet, our imagination many times is a muscle that we have to re-strengthen, because as little kids, as we get older, we've started to dumb that down. We've started to be told by those negative, sarcastic people in our world that that's not the reality. And we start to believe them, we start to buy into it, and we start to create the negative reality that they started to buy into. And it trickles down and it cycles down. So let's stop that cycle and let's start to create things that we actually want to create. Okay, so you have the power of today's date, 11/11, in the 11th hour. Okay, all these ones that you get to make wishes on. You've written down your wish that you want to create. You've started to let yourself just envision what that might be like. We've talked about why this actually would work. And the next thing I want to just let you try on, especially if things haven't worked in the past. Okay, so I think about some of those negative beliefs and why it's hard for us to believe them, almost like fad diets, right? When you're so accustomed and so used to thinking negative thoughts and complaining all the time, you're basically someone who's been growing up on fast food and soda your entire life. You're basically, I relate a lot of things to nutrition because that's my background. So think of it like if you're living in negative thoughts and complaints, majority of the time, you're basically someone who grew up eating only fast food and sugary drinks. And research shows how detrimental that is to your health, right? Many times that leads to, most of the time, it leads to weight problems. It leads to, dramatically increases your health risks. You see that, you feel that, and that's what keeps showing up. And you're in this vicious cycle over and over, right? Because the junk foods, just like the negative thoughts, when you get used to using that as your default, that's where you're going to default. Okay, so your negative thoughts, the thoughts you think over and over and over again, you've wired your brain to associate, to think like that, to believe like that. So in the beginning, just like a brand new lifestyle change, it's going to take more intention, more work, more effort. In the beginning, you're not going to see any results, or very few, and it's going to take you to work at it. So when you're starting to change your thoughts, I want you to pretend like it's a new lifestyle change, because it really is. So just like the person who grew up eating fast food and drinking only soda all day long, every day, 24/7, 365 days a year, when they eat a salad, not much is going to change. There's not going to be a lot of weight loss. It's going to be cumulative. So when somebody starts to maybe move their body more, when somebody starts to maybe just add in more water instead of a soda, when somebody starts to eat more whole foods like fruits and vegetables in their diet instead of the, greasy wannabe meat from wherever, their body, after a while, they're going to start to just feel better. And that's what happens when you start to shift your thoughts, when you start to try on new intentions. And we're going to talk about that even in the guided meditation. We're going to try on even just having the intention to want it to be different. Okay, so maybe you understand, since you're working with that negative mind that is used to, this doesn't work out. Even starting with having the intention to have it work out will help you start to shift it. So just like the person with those unhealthy habits, maybe they don't know how to do it yet, but maybe they have the intention to learn how to be healthier. Maybe they just start with the intention of learning how to eat for their body. That's where you start. Your intention is powerful. Okay? So don't worry if you've had negative thoughts or you catch yourself with negative thoughts along the way. This is your opportunity to change it. And you can always refer back to the guided meditation that we'll be doing to help you shift that. The only other thing I will put out there for you to try on is, if you actually want to have a real shot, a fighting chance to let this energy work for you and not against you, is to fully try on and embody letting yourself have a different experience. Just give yourself permission right now. You can even just say out loud to yourself or write it down, I'm allowed to create a different reality from this moment on. And I'm going to use the energy, and it's almost like a placebo effect, right? Of that 1111 wish. We're kind of hoping for a little miracle to happen. Let it be a miracle. Why not? Miracles happen to people. There's somebody who just won, like the highest lottery jackpot. Miracles happen every day. And the people who notice that miracles happen every day are the ones who are grateful for the little things that change and who expect miracles to happen. So give yourself a chance and just try on expecting, what if this would work? What if this does work for you? And the more you try this on, the more you're going to start to create new neural pathways in your brain. You're going to start to shift and change your beliefs. You're going to have different emotions that show up. You're actually going to embody a different energy. And then the outside world is going to start reflecting back to you those internal shifts that you started to make in the external world. It always works. When I finally let myself just try on a different way, instead of saying like, when people are like, how are you? Like, I'm fine. And then I would think about all the things that weren't working. One person pointed out to me like, you have so much going for you. There's so much potential. Like, what if you focused on the good things that were happening? I was like, you know what? They're right. Like, it's not fun for anybody to hear somebody's gripes and complaints. So let me focus on, what was working. And at some time, in the beginning for me, it was a stretch to think about what I was grateful for, in all honesty. Long stretch sometimes of like, what am I grateful for? And for some of you watching, like, you might look at me and think like, I can already name 10 things for her. But when you are in your own skin and we're used to all those negative thoughts, it can be really hard for us to think about those positive things. So right now, take a little pause on this video and think about 10 things for yourself that you are grateful for already. What are 10 things either in your life or about yourself that you appreciate? What is going well? Let's start to shift those thoughts, those neural pathways, into something that you are grateful for. I'll give you a moment to write that down. So now that you've written 10 things that you're grateful about yourself or what's going on in your life, I challenge you to add to that list every day. There's actually speaking of running, there was a run that I did when I was training for my half marathon, and I'm such a musical person. I always have music playing, and so when I ran, of course, I had to have music playing in my headphones. Otherwise, the thoughts sometimes were just, the complaints were super loud. So there's this one run I was on. It was about an 8-mile run, probably the longest runs I ran up to that moment. I don't think I've ever ran 8 miles when I was in this store that I'm sharing with you. So I'm about halfway in, about 4 miles in, and I'm a slow runner. I run 1 mile in about, especially if I'm doing distance, about 10 to 10 and a half minutes per mile. So I'm in this run. There's always that divine guidance, right? If you're paying attention. And so I'm in this run, my headphones die, and I'm, going like the rest of my 4 miles, about 40 minutes in, and my headphones cut out. And I'm like, crap, what am I going to do for another 40 minutes? And so I had no other option than just to finish. And so I'm running. The next thing you know, I start to notice my right knee hurts. I'm like, oh man, my knee hurts. That sucks. And then as I notice that, my other knee starts to hurt. I'm like, now my left one's doing it. So now both knees kind of hurt. And then I notice like, my, in my hips, I'm like, I didn't stretch enough because it's starting to feel tight and uncomfortable. And I'm like starting to notice all these things that are uncomfortable. My clothes are uncomfortable and my shoes. And I'm just like, wait a minute. After like 10 minutes of that, I'm like, wait a minute. I don't want to spend another half an hour complaining about what hurts. I'm like, that's the last thing I want to do on this run that already sucks. And if you've ever ran, on a treadmill for even a minute, it feels like eternity versus, if you're watching something funny for a minute, it goes by like that. So that's another example of there's no real time and space, right? It's all relative. And so like, okay, what can I do? My music's not working. I still have at least 30 minutes to go. What can I do? And I'm bringing this story up, sharing gratitude for yourself. So I'm like, okay, here's a challenge for myself. I have to think of something I'm grateful for, but I can't repeat myself. And so I spent the rest of my run for 30 minutes thinking about all the things that I was grateful for. Things about myself, things about the people in my life, things about the situations in my life. And by the end of my run, to this day, it sticks out so strong because it was one of my most favorite runs. It started out being the most horrible time because I lost my music, which is my go-to. Like, music to me is such therapy. I love music. When I lost that and I had nothing but my own mind, the only thing that got me out of it was gratitude. So when you're in those tough or stuck places, even when you're thinking about what you're wanting to manifest, start writing down things that you're grateful for and can have nothing to do with the actual manifestation. Just start thinking about those things right now, just like we had you do in the exercise of what are you grateful for about yourself already, or what's in your life already. What are you grateful for? And if you want to take this on as a challenge to do for a minute every day or 5 minutes every day, set the little timer on your phone and just try to get yourself to think of things you're grateful for in your life. And for that day, try not to repeat anything. And then if you want to extend it, go for a week without repeating the same thing that you're grateful for. I guarantee you, your energy is going to shift so drastically. It's going to be like you were working out at the gym 6 days a week and eating like pristine diet for yourself and drinking only, like a liter of water. You're going to start feeling that good. So now that we've got writing down your manifestation, we've got understanding how energy works, at least a little bit, no time and space, and we've got in the importance of gratitude, let's bring ourselves to a little guided meditation and just let yourself be in the moment. Just let yourself receive the affirmations that we're going to bring in, the energy that's going to be brought in for you. How I teach and how I do meditations, I just kind of channel. I just ask the Creator to guide me for what is important for you watching to hear. That was going to be helpful for you. And give yourself, even if it's just for the next couple minutes, just try on your new intention. That's all you have to do. Just trying on a new intention and just trying on embodying some new beliefs. So let's start there. So if you haven't already, just close your eyes and just turn off any other distractions around you. Maybe move your phone somewhere else, or if you're on your phone, hopefully silence it from other people trying to text you or call you. And just get into a quiet moment. I'm going to close my eyes just to help you close your eyes because there's nothing to see other than me talking. So just close your eyes. And just take a couple slow, deep breaths. So just take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Hold it and then exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Nice deep inhale through your nose. Let your belly expand. Hold it and then exhale. 1 more deep breath and have the intention to just pull in support to help you be in this present moment, to help you really shift your beliefs and your energy. Pause that. Let the possibility come in. When you exhale, just let go of anything that's blocking you from doing this for the next few minutes. Good. And just breathe regular. That's whatever is comfortable for you. So think about your goal, what you want to wish for this 11/11 portal. And just imagine you're sitting here with me on November 11th. Let's pretend we just saw the clock turn 11/11. And now we're telling ourselves to make a wish. So tell yourself to make a wish. And just let yourself envision having your wish when you realize it's already complete. Just notice where you are, who's around you, What are you doing? What are you saying? If there's anyone around you, what are they saying back to you? Knowing that you just got your wish. How do you feel? And if you are having a hard time imagining this scenario, just have the intention to connect to some pictures in your mind, some pictures in your imagination. If you could imagine it, what might that look like? Just be open to let yourself to try to imagine. But again, your intention is plenty. Even just having the intention to follow my words with your energy and your beliefs is enough. So now that you're in this imagination, the 1111 is like a portal. So just imagine now there's almost like time stood still. You're frozen in your wish being complete. And almost like you're in the center of a pyramid with the base of the pyramid at your feet and the tip of the triangle right up above your head. Just notice that you're right in the center of this pyramid, and a light directly from the heart of the universe, source, creator, God, whatever you connect with as the title. Just imagine a beautiful white light. I sometimes imagine a golden white light is just streaming down right from the heart of the universe all the way through, right to the top of your head, the top of your triangle. And just let that beautiful energy fill in that triangle around you. So it's filling in your body and it's filling in all the space around you. And sometimes I imagine it swirling around, almost like spiraling in. Sometimes I just imagine a big blast of light just blasting right through, right into the pyramid. And as there's more light filling the pyramid, it expands to encompass the entire pyramid and way further out. So there's no limit. So just imagine this beautiful light from the universe is all of the things, the people, the situations, what you need, the support, all the things that need to line up to help this wish come true. All of them are pouring into you and your space now. And just give yourself 100% permission. What if this could be true? Give yourself permission to intend that you want to allow yourself to receive every single type of support you need to help this wish happen. Ooh. It's making my heart pound. It's exciting. I hope you feel that for yourself too. And just give yourself permission to get excited about your wish being true. And let's bring in some affirmations as you're receiving everything that needs to fall into place as this wish is happening. And you're worried, don't worry about how it's supposed to. Just receive that support is bringing in everything for you. You'll be guided at what actions to take. You'll be guided to who to connect with. You'll be guided what to do. Don't worry about the how. The how is going to unfold. Right now, just receive all of it lining up now. So take a nice deep breath and just allow yourself to receive more of that beautiful energy right from source, universe, God, right into your space, your body, and just let it upgrade your DNA. Let it turn on every cell, every molecule, every strand of DNA to believe, to receive this new level of manifestation. So let's call in some affirmations now. I am so thankful and grateful I get to receive my wish. And say it like you're saying it to yourself, okay? These are your words to you. I'm also going to share some words, being an outside person, telling it to you too. But for now, just call these in and say this to yourself You can either say it out loud if you feel comfortable or just say it in your mind's eye. It doesn't matter. I'm so grateful and thankful my wish came true. I'm so excited I made it possible. I'm ready to believe that my wish was meant for me. I know miracles happen now. I can't wait to share this exciting news with. Just name the people you'd love to share this with. I'm so excited I know how to do this. I know that I am enough, and I'm willing to release any other places where I doubt that I am enough or worthy. I'm ready to believe that I am worthy. And this is just one more example that I am worthy of all of my heart's desires. I'm so thankful and grateful I get to be me. Now imagine someone is saying these words to you. And maybe you see a specific person, or maybe you just let me be the outside person saying it to you. Congratulations! I can't believe you did it, but I'm so excited for you. That is so amazing. You are so good. Wow. How did you do that? Let me know. I wish I could manifest like you manifest. You are so lucky. You are an inspiration. Thank you so much for showing me an example of how to do it. You are so good. I'm so excited for you. I can't wait to celebrate with you. And let's just bring in some more affirmations as far as next steps and what's possible. I intend to be someone who creates all of my desires. I intend to let all of my heart's desires unfold. I intend to believe that I can actually create what I want to desire. I intend to allow the support, people, and resources to come to me now. I intend to let my manifestation happen sooner than later. I intend to shift my beliefs. I intend to shift my beliefs into things that I actually want to believe in. I intend to let the world show me that I am worthy and good enough. I intend to be successful. I intend to be abundant in all areas of my life. I intend to create the reality that I truly want. I intend to see the world reflect back to me my new beliefs. I intend to let myself be so grateful to myself and the world around me. I intend to create more things I want. I intend to let myself believe in miracles. I intend to teach myself how to embody my positive beliefs. I intend to win. I intend to succeed. I intend to succeed all the time. I intend to let all of my failures actually turn out to be positive life lessons that I end up winning at the end. I intend to let myself believe in the silver lining. I intend to let the silver lining always show up. I intend to have fun in my life's journey. I intend to believe in myself more. I intend to love myself more. I intend to know that I am beautiful in my own way. I intend to know that I am good. I intend to know that I can live with integrity. I intend to be proud of myself. I intend to feel so good and happy about myself and my life. And I intend all of this to happen now. I intend to let every 1111 wish come true. I intend to know that I can create anything my heart desires. I intend to ask a higher power for support when I'm confused on which direction to go. I intend to know that I am worthy and good. I intend to feel that I am worthy and good. I intend to feel so thankful and grateful for my life, and I have so much fun creating the life of my dreams. I intend to let this be so much fun. I intend to let this be easy. I intend to let go of people, situations, or things that pull me out of alignment. I intend to know that I am stronger than anybody else's negative opinions. I intend to know that I can create this. I intend to know that I deserve my wish. I deserve to know that my wish isn't just my imagination, but shows up now. Feel free to share any more intentions for yourself. And let's just wrap up with a nice deep breath as you call in more of that beautiful golden white light. If your mind drifted to maybe different people or situations that can pull you off track, don't worry. Just imagine a big wind is blowing them away. Maybe send them off to the universe or the creator and just ask them to have their own blessing in their own path. And just reconnect and receive that golden white light straight from the heart of the universe. And imagine that beautiful white light is now going through your feet, down into the ground, and connecting right to the heart of Mother Earth. And once that light connects right to the heart of Mother Earth, just imagine it bounces right back, and light energy from the heart of Mother Earth just pulses right back from Earth all the way up through your feet, connecting back to your heart. And let it ripple out all around you. So now you have support from above and below. Above to me is the ether, its potential, it's the quantum reality. And Mother Earth is this reality, this time and space, this earthly realm. So now you have support from above and below. Let them both connect into your heart with beautiful light, expanding your heart, expanding your energy, filling in that energy around you. If you still see yourself in a pyramid, that's fine. Maybe you see yourself in a bubble too. That's great. Maybe you don't see anything, but you have the intention to one day. That's all perfect. And just let this beautiful light radiate out past your body, past the room that you're in, the city, the country, and just watch that light expand throughout the earth to the edge of the universe where all new creation is being created. And just take a deep breath there and just let yourself receive support on every level. This earthly realm, galactic realm, anywhere. And just thank Creator, Source, God, the universe. Thank you for being a co-creator, helping me be a co-creator. Thank you for showing me what's possible. Thank you for helping me along the way. Thank you for letting me be who I am. Thank you for letting me know that it's possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful for this life. You're welcome to bring your awareness back to the center of your head, back to your body. Just imagine, maybe just disconnect from the light from above and below. And just be in your body. Maybe feel your heart. Take a couple slow, deep breaths in through your nose. As you let all this energy come in and exhale anything that's keeping you stuck, We're blocking this energy from coming in. Let it go. Take another deep breath in to receive all of this new energy, these new possibilities, and exhale anything else that's blocking it from coming in. Just imagine one big golden sun above your head, or intend that it's there. It's perfect. And let's just imagine these words going into this golden sun above your head. I am worthy. I am enough. I am allowed to shine my light. I am the light. This is my new truth. I welcome clarity, discernment, and miracles. I'm ready for this to be fun. When all those words and sayings fill in that golden sun, I just imagine my golden sun is almost like an egg full of beautiful, warm energy, and I crack open that golden sun and just let that beautiful energy, those beautiful intentions come pouring into my body, almost like a pitcher of water filling in a glass. Just let that beautiful golden energy fill you in from the tips of your toes all the way up your legs, your torso, your head, your arms. Let it spill into the aura space around you. And then just like the sun sets for the day, let this golden sun, once it's complete and filled up your body and your space, just let it set, locking everything in gold as it just goes down your body to your feet. And let it continue down to the heart of Mother Earth. Just send Mother Earth some golden love. Take one more final breath and just open up your eyes. I hope that was a fun meditation for you. Feel free to listen to it anytime. And try on embodying this new belief and let me know how it goes. I'm Yaila, and you can find me on Instagram at my name, here YouTube at my name. If you found this video helpful and you would love somebody else to try it out, I would appreciate you liking and sharing it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I appreciate all the new subscribers. And I wish you so much abundance and love in this 11/11 portal. Make-A-Wish time. Bye.